welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact. Yeah, the podcast of the people. I'm J-Bone. To my left, your right, Mr. Front Row Bill is in his house. What's going on, Bill?
It's the calm before the storm, J-Bone. TNA's coming back.
Is.
Coming back. Not tomorrow. Because if you look at some stuff, it can be a little confusing because I think some people are most promoting it like it's tomorrow. It's not. It's Saturday. Tomorrow is like the official off day, the bye before Hard to Kill Saturday and the Snake Eyes TV tapings on Sunday, which we'll be discussing next Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And for those of you who maybe watch the watch the TV show on Access TV and or record it on your DVR like I do, you'll see it probably is not on your DVR as of the new year because it's actually listed as TNA Impact. So it's got a completely different show title now. So just a little tip for those of you who maybe haven't watched the last few episodes because of the New Year stuff, the end of the year shows, if you will. So yeah, so,
especially with all the big names in store for those TV tapings, you definitely don't want to be missing that. So yeah, if you do record, definitely keep that in mind. Some good advice from the Bone Man.
Have you had any troubles with this, Bill?
I have not, but I pretty much always just I'm always making sure it's there. Although honestly, even though I also do it via Access, a lot of times what I do is I'll actually watch it live on Access. But a lot of times I have it on the YouTube Ultimate Insider as well. So because of the timing where I can just go through the commercials, I'll actually usually watch it even closer on the Insider. So but so far no problems on my recording. But it's just more I think I was just proactive to kind of look through this because you remember at times you have the issues where they might not have it as a new episode that happens once in a while. So it's just more one of those things. I just check my upcoming recordings and make sure it's there. And I think it all depends on your provider too.
Yeah. And as you can see in the upper corner here above me, I've been playing around with some new logos, some new artwork for the podcast. Ooh. So watch out for that. And check the links in the description. There are new designs for merch in the Spreadshirt shop. That link is in the description. So make sure you go check those out. Some fresh designs, all correlating with the time. It's that time of year. It's a very exciting time. So yeah, go check that out. Alisha J says my DVR did not record. Yeah, you gotta set it up for a brand new show series recording. Every DVR is a little different, but my Spectrum did not see it, so I'm quick had to remember what number channel it was, way down the number spectrum, if you will. So yeah, welcome everyone who's in here. Make sure as we get started with tonight's show, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications, folks.
What's the drink of choice tonight, J-Bone?
Oh, this is something I've been buying a few packs of lately, and it's not the massive bottles, it's just the little ones. Not that there makes that much difference, but this is the Ultra Strawberry Dream Monster. It's nummy.
Oh, there you go.
Just a little extra.
Well, you know what I party, J-Bone. The diet iced tea.
Oh,
a gallon tonight. Gotta get ready.
Oh, yeah. You're not going to drink that whole thing on the show, are you?
Nah, probably not. We'll see.
Okay. I was going to say, you should save some of that.
Thanks, Rayline, for the bits. I always want to say thanks for the bits.
Oh, always Rayline. Thank you so much. Yes. And for those of you on YouTube, any tips are more than welcome. Helps keep the show afloat, as you know. So now, when I'm assuming you're flying out, Bill.
I am flying after work tomorrow. I have like a flight at I think it's about 5:30. So I get to Vegas because I'm going from east to west about a little after 8:00 local time in Vegas.
Okay.
I'll arrive.
Nice.
So still have a little time. Grab probably. Well, what am I going to do, J-Bone? I'm going to hit the In-N-Out Burger. That's the first stop in Vegas. In-N-Out Burger. And then we'll see. I'm not sure. We'll see where the night takes me tomorrow. And then we'll see, obviously, with Saturday, the festivities. I don't know exactly everything that's going on yet. Still got to finalize some details out there. But then obviously there's all those meet and greets going on. Maybe I'll take part in that at some point.
There's some really good ones.
Yeah, I know they did announce today. Obviously, I will not be there in time for it because it's, I believe, at maybe like it. There's Tommy Dreamer's doing an appearance tomorrow. I can pull it up. I know they advertised it during the show, and that's, I think, at maybe 11 a.m. Vegas time. But if people are out, because I know I've already been talking to some people that I know are going out, and they're already out there, so they have some stuff going on, because that's one of the things. Like if you travel and you arrive a day or so early, obviously if you've never been to Vegas, plenty to do. There's never not something to do in Vegas. Like if you want to just walk the strip, go to casinos, go out to eat, because there's all kinds of food options. If you do have a vehicle, you're not far from like Hoover Dam and things like that. So there's a lot of things to do. But if you want to do more wrestling related, TNA related activities, I know there at least is one event tomorrow, because I know there was going to be a performance by Frankie's band, but sadly his drummer recently passed away. And I know that's no longer happening. But there's plenty. And obviously, Aaron mentions the gambling. Yes. It's funny because I maybe sometimes I'll gamble a very little bit, but I know my limits, so I don't ever gamble much. So I barely even think about the gambling aspect.
Yeah.
And Rayline, there is also Glenn Gilberti's club, Sapphire. Sapphire, if you'd like to endorse the podcast, feel free.
I hear I hear that place has a tremendous buffet.
Yes,
that's true, Bill.
Well, I don't know. I've not been there, J-Bone. Come on. What do you think of me? That's only in Toronto.
I don't know what you do in your free.
But
the only time I know what you do in your free time is when I'm with you in Chicago. That's.
They always say legs and eggs go together, so it's got to be good.
Did you what? Repeat that for the Bone Man.
Legs and eggs. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
I'm gonna have to remember that.
Maybe a little sparkle in there.
Oh my goodness!
Your good nephew Paul's already out there as well. Aaron Jack's out there. A lot of people are already out in Vegas.
Tremendous. Paul,
I like Vegas.
I'm
a fan. I'm a fan of Vegas. I like going out there. Like I feel like I go out there at least once a year, maybe 2 times a year, but I don't go out for real long periods of time. That's the only thing with Vegas. And maybe it's because I just been there a lot for work, for wrestling, for just fun. And it's something that it almost feels like you burn out in Vegas after a couple days. So it's like a good long weekend. But like if you do like a week in Vegas, it's tough.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, everyone's different. Everyone has their own things that they want to go check out, go see what kind of shows. I'm sure there's a
And that's the
million
thing.
things to do.
Like obviously, if you're way into the gambling, you can be there forever. If you're really into like a lot of different shows, there are a lot of different show options, so you can do a lot of cool things out there.
Yeah. So, Bill, you got to do me a big favor when you get to Vegas. Okay. You got to do me a big favor when you get to the show. Hunt down my favorite nephew, Paul.
Oh, I'll definitely
hug. Give Paul a big hug for me, would you?
I will definitely be looking out for Paul out there, and obviously anybody else. TNI. Hopefully, I see Aaron Jack. Anyone else in the chat, because luckily, like it's not all the time. For some of the Chicago shows, we had members of the chat that were regularly at those shows, which was great.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's even more. Awesome. Hey, who knows? It would be very short notice, but maybe I'll try to get to, if people want to all get together somewhere nearby before one of the shows, maybe we can all grab a bite, either at the Palms or a place nearby. You know, I'll always go in and out. Not a bad choice.
Is there such, and now you know we always do in Chicago when we're in Chicago together.
Yes,
we always get some good deep dish pizza in Chicago. Is there any such thing as good pizza in Vegas? I'm just curious.
Well, you've opened up a can of worms there, J-Bone.
I've never been to Vegas, so I got to ask. I'm just curious.
Some people would say that there's probably some okay pizza in Vegas, but it's definitely not a pizza destination. I'm sure there are some quality pies out there. I'm not throwing shade at the pizza establishment, but honestly, the pizza that is good is going to be just a representation, and the people are going to be from New York or Chicago. Like it's going to be a New York style pizzeria in Las Vegas. It ain't going to be a Las Vegas. And I know there are some, but I think they're like, I have seen some pizza like on Vegas, like, and they get real creative. Like it's outlandish type pizza.
Yeah.
But I know there's like one place in, I think the Cosmopolitan, and it's like secret pizza. Like they don't advertise it. No one will tell you where it is. Like you got to go up to like one of the higher, like there's like the lobby, the main gaming area. Then there's like a second level. Then there's like a third level, and it doesn't look like there's a lot there. You got to go down like a hallway, like a narrow hallway that's full of like records on the wall and stuff. And then you come to looks like a hole in the wall, New York style pizza shop. And that's not bad.
That is unique. That's
all right. Here, Justin saying Pizza Rock, which that might be the place I heard of, Justin. If that's the place that does like all kinds of unique type pizzas, because I saw one like that almost goes viral with some of their pizzas, but I forgot the name of it. But it might be that Pizza Rock. Oh wait, hold on. We got Bell's Boy here with the super sticker. Thank you, Bell's Boy. Happy New Year, guys. Well, The Rock has come back to WWE. Somebody needs to take TK's laptop away. Laugh out loud. MLW now has Sammy and Matt Riddle. Nick Nemeth and Matt Riddle are both with New Japan. And it's cold in Vegas. Dress warm. So it's not your typical dry heat in Vegas. It's a little chilly.
Really? Okay, what are people considering cold in Vegas? I'm just curious. Because it's going to be in the single digits here come end of the weekend.
Well, let's take a gander here, J-Bone. Let's take a look at the old forecast.
While you're looking, I gotta address this is someone must be new to the show. Welcome, David Jackson says the guy in white sounds like Kevin Nash. It's cool. He should do Nash impressions. That's a first. Thank you.
Well, there is. Instead, we can give them Nash doing an impression of Jay.
Which one's Jay?
Hey, there we go. Which one's Jay? There we go.
Close enough. It looks like it's going to be low to mid 50s. It looks like a high of 57 on Sunday, 52 on Saturday. So not a little cooler. Like it's in the mid 50s, but still for this time of year. You
see,
take
for that temperature here in Wisconsin, that's still shorts weather. I'm just saying. You know, I know.
Oh, there'll be
sure
people in shorts. I guarantee there'll be people in shorts.
I would be in shorts if I was in Vegas. I'd be like, oh, 50s? Oh, yeah, this ain't bad.
Now,
as long as it's
Bell's
dry.
Bell's Boy's a SoCal guy. Would the Bell's Boy think about making the trip to Vegas? Is he a Vegas regular at times? Because it's not that far.
Ooh, there you go.
Depending on where you're at, maybe 4 hours ish. But
so no matter if you're in Vegas this weekend for TNA Hard to Kill or wherever you are around this lovely country of ours, where there's a lot of snowstorms popping up, no matter where you are, folks, just be safe in your travels.
Yeah, because I did hear like some people online saying like the Chicago area, like I heard maybe flights are canceled tomorrow. Like something like, is it that bad there right now? I don't know, but I was hearing something like that. So
we're supposed to get, and I live just north of Chicago in southeastern Wisconsin, just north of Milwaukee. So yeah, we're getting anywhere between 9 to 12 inches.
Oh.
So I have no doubt that there's going to be stuff closing down. So
yeah, because I'm sure I'm from far enough, like on the East Coast, where they'll just go south instead of straight across through that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, anybody, hopefully you can avoid it. And it will not affect you, but it sounds like weather in certain places will affect, and hopefully obviously it doesn't affect fans that want to go, but also possible talent. Hopefully they weren't waiting till the last minute, and maybe some surprises or some people we were expecting might not be able to make it if the weather winds up being bad. So fingers crossed.
Canceled. Yeah. Yeah. Justin Miller says it's gonna be bad here tomorrow. I know you're in the Illinois area. Yeah, stay safe, brother. Stay safe.
Well, Mayor's going with the lows. I go with the highs. You got the glass half full and the glass half empty. It will get chilly though. It will get chilly though.
And we're all just bragging about inches in the chat here. Oh yeah, 7 to 14 inches, baby. Get out your ruler. All right, Aaron Jack in the chat says, Jay and Bill, what you guys think of the new design for TNA? It runs so much smoother in my opinion. Why don't we talk about I'll tell you what we should talk about is those new championship belt designs that were revealed.
J-Bone, I'm throwing you on the spot here, but could we bring up some images possibly? As we discuss these.
Yeah, I got the news articles here, but they contain videos. So I don't know. Shots,
because if not, I can give you the link to like the Zebros belts guys that are making them. Hold please.
Yeah, that guy is getting a lot of love this week. Let me tell you. Yeah, the article in the TNA website has just all the videos, and I don't want to play the videos.
No, I'm 100% with you here, J-Bone. Here, let's give a shout out to the designer. I'm going to give you the link. Let's go to Hellfire Designs because he has pretty much all of them on his Twitter feed. So I'll give you that link.
Hellfire Design. I think I got it here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll just I'll bring the Twitter page up on the
yeah, because I like even Tommy, like he did one like of every belt but the knockouts that was announced today. So there's like all 4 belts even in one picture. And they retweeted that, so it's in their feed.
Oh.
So if you scroll down a couple, you'll see the one with all 4 in a picture.
Oh, okay. I got the post with all 4 pictures. I'll share this. Okay, ever since I changed the name of this, I can never find it. Share screen. Here we go. Jiminy Christmas. All right. Share screen of Rooney. Here we have a lovely picture of our world champ, Alex Shelley, Scott D'Amore, and the new world championship here with the TNA logo. I tell you what, these are absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. They got the gold plates.
They did them right. They did them right.
They got the red highlights. They're
and consistent. Great. The red highlights, the TNA logo, the marker on all the belts. But it kind of like a little reminiscent of the old, like the older TNA title, but different still.
Oh, sure.
And what they really did is they trimmed the leather to go fit more of the plates, as opposed to just like a standard strap.
Yeah,
which I like. A little more unique.
Yeah, it really makes it unique looking. Yeah, the way it curves between it curves in between the plates here.
Yeah,
that looks great. That looks really good. Let's see. Next year we got the Saban, the X division. That was the first one that was revealed. Now, interesting about this one has, I probably could tell in like a different picture. Different.
If you look at the four shot, it's a little, because this is obviously with lighting and everything. So when you get that gives a good zoom in pretty much of everything.
So, well, what I'm saying is I can't tell if this is like a silver or if this is just like just like a dusty gold and not a yellow gold like the main championship.
Yeah, that one is more of a silver.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, not the golds are the world, the digital, and I believe and the knockouts world title. And then the tags and the X are like a silver.
Okay. Well, this has like the classic X on it, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you gotta have the classic X.
It looks great. And this one also has a unique trim around the leather going around.
Oh yeah, they fit the X. It's actually trimmed out to the X.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, the tips of the X.
Yeah, Dragon Storm, that's more, they're white gold.
Yeah.
They look silverish, but they're white gold.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And they got the same color, different strap colors, bright red, but the plates are the same color for the tags, the men's tag team.
Yeah.
They look great. They really do. What a tag team, that Bullet Club. Good stuff there.
ABC.
And folks, let me know what you think of the red straps. I think they just pop. They just absolutely pop. I hope the women.
You want to be careful with how many colored straps you go. So far, red for the tag and white for the knockouts.
Yeah, knockouts have white, and that's okay. You know, you got a few.
Oh, that's
fine.
classic because that's a throwback to the original.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
Maybe the nicest belt.
This is the digital title, and this looks almost the sleekest because the
it's got like extra plates, like the original, because that wasn't that old. The digital media title was very new, so they kind of kept some similarities to it.
It's similar, yeah, because it's got the it looks like a chip, whatever look,
Yeah.
Digital chip or computer chip, whatever. But what's cool is you look at the leather here, excuse me, going around the plates, and that just looks slick. Yeah, I love that look.
That's a great look.
Good stuff.
They knocked it out of the park.
Now, the only one I'm not seeing here, I'm not sure. Okay, there's
the knockouts.
Here's a close up of the knockouts. That is just beautiful. Just beautiful. The white leather. It's trimmed around the plates, but it's a little smoother. It's not so pronounced.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks great. I tell you, if you watch the videos, Trinity's response is pretty cool too. So
yeah,
she looks great with it, and I hear all the rumors, I hear all the things. If it's true what I'm hearing about her, I understand, I get it, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that that's absolutely what's happening.
We'll see. I think that's one of those things. There's always rumblings coming out there. Some wind up happening, some don't. It's the life of the dirt sheets to throw stuff out there that may or may not be true. But it comes with surprises. Like, I think with everything, like, there always feels like Trinity at some point probably will wind up back up north at some point because of her connections there. But obviously there was a falling out on why she left. So that all has to be considered on if it makes sense.
And I get it. That was her home for years. And when it became toxic, she jumped ship. But now Vince is gone and all of Vince's guys are gone. So, if Trips is calling her or if she reaches out, it's gonna be, it's the same company, but it's a different crew, So hey, I don't knock her for going back. I think she's been nothing but class with the company, though. I gotta say that.
Oh yeah. Great ambassador.
I don't judge her. I don't judge her for going back. I'm sure there's gonna be and I'm not saying she is, but I'm just saying if that does come to fruition, and we get a new champ, then it is what it is,
although I'll say this,
it's not the first time, it ain't the last time.
You're right, but I know a lot of people are making the assumption, and as we go over some predictions, probably everyone's going to say Jordynne Grace is beating Trinity based on the rumors out there. But and I know there are some books out there that will actually give you odds on this stuff. But I think there's a better chance that Trinity wins and drops it at the tapings if she's really out of here in the short term.
Oh, that could be. I tell you, nonetheless, though, that match is they're gonna knock it out of the park. And I'll tell you what, we can kind of go back and forth between talking about Hard to Kill and the show. We don't have to, cut and dried, talk about all the matches, because they showed a bunch of
Oh yeah,
older matches from Hard to
yeah,
Kill.
to kind of
during the
show you
preview.
some people like the first Knockouts Ultimate X match from Hard to Kill now 2 years ago. But yeah,
Right.
stuff like that, all that had connections to the current card. So
And
it was a
that
good way to put
so
some matches
much
in there.
fun
Oh,
between
yeah.
the Queen of the Mountain and the Ultimate X. Man, the ladies have just been killing it the last few years. And it was also, as much as people might have been scratching their heads like, well, why aren't they just talking about the people that are in the matches this weekend? It's like, well, it's nice to go back over the last couple of years and see who were the first ones to do these matches and just how good they were. You know,
Oh,
even
yeah.
if it was different people in the company at the time. You got faces like Mia Yim.
Yeah,
What's
Lady
her name?
Frost.
Frost?
We
Lady
saw,
Frost.
yeah.
And it was sadly, you know, it's you got to add Deanna Prazo to that list because she just debuted in AEW. But I'm very excited for her. Very excited for about her future. Some people may not be, but
Okay.
I'm.
Oh, yeah. No, I think
I
we all wish the best. We're all big Deanna fans. The worst thing would be she goes somewhere and she doesn't get to showcase her skills. And that's, I think, that's all of our worries, is because that's what happens up there a lot of the time is you're on for a little bit, you lose a feud, and then you forget they're even there. That's maybe financially good, but creatively not as great. But fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, those are fun. I forgot there even was a Queen of the Mountain match and how chaotic that was. We saw Deanna and Chelsea top of the ladder and go flying to the outside through the tables. Oh my god!
Oh yeah, hardcore.
And it was speaking of hardcore, you can play the bit if you want.
You're getting into a little news, J-Bone?
Yeah, because I'm gonna just kind of jump all over the place tonight.
Okay.
Little news
But a little
hardcore country.
Yes. This is hardcore country herself, Mickey James. I want to say congratulations to Mickey James. For those of you who may not have heard the news, she is now the new executive producer of Ohio Valley
Come
Wrestling.
on, J-Bone. There you go. Daniel Spencer might be in the chat going, "Get it out, man! Get it out!"
It's a distinguished title. I didn't want to screw it
We're
up.
on Netflix.
See, right? We're on Netflix. Yeah. Okay, you're on Netflix for the 1,000th time. Yes, you're on Netflix. No, I'm kidding. She's also head of I believe female talent relations or the women booking or something to that effect.
I think creative. Yeah, creative.
Yeah, the women's creative. Yeah. So hey, congrats to her. I think that's awesome to have such a sweet spot in a company like that. Who's all it's that that you got to remember. If you're not familiar with them, that is the company that bred stars like Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, some of this Brock Lesnar, some of this industry's greatest of all time came from there, So yeah, good for Ohio Valley Wrestling, good for Mickey, so good all around. I've also heard that speaking of Ohio Valley Wrestling, locally bred hero.
Oh, fanny pack style.
Fanny pack style, exactly. Cal Hero, his father, I hear his father is going to have a documentary made about him. David Hero, local
Very
local
nice.
booker around the area here.
Well, I'll tell you what, the wrestling documentary and shows like obviously with Ohio Valley with Netflix with wrestlers and on Apple TV, the Monster Factory had their season of shows. A lot of these promotions are kind of getting a lot more notice, which is great to see. And if that happens, something with David Hero as well, that's even better for the business.
Yeah. And I don't watch a lot of reality television like I did years ago, but I really phased out, and there isn't as much on TV as there used to. At least it doesn't seem like there is. A couple of the old iconic reality TV, like what is it? The Wedding Singer? No, not the Wedding Singer. What the hell is that called? The Bachelor, Bachelorette, those, stuff like that. That's still around. And Impact had Wrestle House. What?
Love Wrestle House.
Oh yeah. So yeah, congrats to Mickie James. Yeah,
because obviously she was in charge for a bit at NWA, but we know how that all turned out.
Yeah, that's right. She was like doing something.
Put together that whole show that overshadowed the NWA show that same weekend, but then it kind of all fell apart, sadly.
Billy Corgan probably didn't appreciate that.
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you outshine the shiniest man in the company?
Now you can say that, J-Bud.
I could say that and joke about it. I'm bald myself. I did hear during tonight's show, and it's on the website here in the news section, that a little place, the 2300 Arena, is going to be having some TNA in it.
You mean what was said on this podcast last week?
Yeah, that's right. You did. It's official. Yeah, they're probably like, "Oh, Bill let it out the bag. Now we got to put it up."
No. It was out there. If you wanted to find it, it was out there. Not spill the beans. I just brought it to the people's attention that it was out there. But yeah, so Tom Hannafin on tonight's show, he officially put it out there that that TNA finally is back at the 2300 Arena.
Very cool. Very cool. Mayor says, J-Bone, you don't consider TNI reality TV? No. We don't let that many.
That's every one of our Chicago trips.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if we had a camera crew following us around, I don't know if that'd be a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh, the shenanigans.
Oh, the shenanigans. No, we're not that crazy. We have fun.
We're not.
It's I'm too old to be that crazy. I've settled down in my old bone age.
Gotta settle down, Jay.
Gotta settle down. What's that? I hear laughing from the other room. What's that? Mrs. Bone obviously has her opinions. So yeah, what else is going on news-wise?
Well, there is some news. Like, I know Mayor is asking here about this TNA not doing anything Mania weekend in Philly. As of now, no. And I have a feeling probably not, because some announcements are starting to come out of a lot of TNA wrestlers that are starting to show up on other shows. Like I saw Jake something was announced for a show at the 2300 Arena on that Friday afternoon. So you're starting to see some of the talents now show up in other places. So that's one. But not confirmed yet. That could still change. But I know I see T. Hughes mentioning Top Dollar, who I mentioned previously, officially showing up at Hard to Kill.
Yeah, he is. That was announced a few days ago. He's going to be backing I'm not familiar with this guy, some DJ. Probably
big DJ.
Probably putting out some new music. I don't know if he's putting out new music for Top Dollar, or I'm a little sketchy on the details here. Okay, here's the article. Okay, so it says DJ Who Kid. That's an interesting name. And AJ Francis. AJ Francis is the former Top Dollar. Francis set to debut new music video this Saturday at TNA Hard to Kill. The stars will be out at Hard to Kill as revealed in social media. DJ Who Kid AJ Francis will debut music video for We Outside.
Yeah,
when
that's
the new
song.
era
We
begins
Outside.
this Saturday in Las Vegas. This Saturday, blah, 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 blah. Hard to Kill pay-per-view.
I know a lot of people are thinking, and I've been hearing this because T. Hughes is saying, could it be the new theme song? I don't think so. I think it's going to be the theme song for Hard to Kill. Just like how Trent had a song before for a pay-per-view, I think, and like WWE's done that for forever, like have a song for that one show, the premium live event now. Got to get it right. Pay-per-views are dead.
Yeah.
But I still think it's got to be a version of Cross the Line. At least
it could be. It could be. If that's how
I will be
kick off.
Disappointed if it's not Cross the Line or a remix of Cross the Line.
Well, I know that that's probably going to be back on the weekly episodic.
Yeah, the weekly show. Yes, that's what I would imagine.
Or a new version of that. I don't
because
know
when Scott made the announcement after Final Resolution, they keep playing Cross the Line. Like it would seem like a weird thing to keep playing Cross the Line and then not having that be the song.
Okay.
Because honestly, that got half the reaction when they hit that music.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all these people talking about how DJ Who Kid
that came out like that's been a big news story the last day or so. He's pretty much confirming the Wembley Stadium issue in AEW.
Oh, okay. And then he worked for G Unit. I'm not familiar with this G Unit. Are you familiar with G Unit, Bill?
I feel like I've heard of G Unit. I think they're pretty big, unless it's a different G Unit.
Is that the one that's associated with 50 Cent? Maybe I'm just completely out of my mind. You know,
we might be.
I tell you what,
we might be a couple old heads here, J-Bone. Oh no, they're confirming. Yeah. Okay, so that's why we know
50 Cent crew. Look at that. There go my brain cells for the night. I'll tell you what I am familiar with though is this right here, sporting the brand new Beastie Boys t-shirt from the License to Ill. Yeah, 1987. Nice. Yo. I remember being in grade school and I bought that cassette tape and I was one of the first ones in my class to buy it and brag about it and I just lost my mind when that stuff came out. Absolutely.
Well, let's go with a throwback, J-Bone. Where'd you buy that cassette?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you. Probably probably Kohl's or Kmart or something like that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to give me a music store because they don't exist anymore. Like Sam Goody. Tower
You know,
Records.
it might have been Sam Goody, but I just remember
The
like
Wall.
the places I used to go, like the earliest places I remember going to with like my mom. We'd go shopping would be like at Kohl's back when, and this is, you know, Kohl's actually had a music section back then. It was all cassettes.
Now
I
that's
remember just-
interesting because Kohl's didn't even show up in my neck of the woods until maybe like the 90s, like mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
Like Kohl's
In fact,
wasn't on really my area of the East Coast.
In fact, former Senator Herb Kohl, who was owner of all the Kohls, just passed away recently. Yeah.
Wow. There's a piece.
So, rest in peace, Herb Kohl. So yeah, Jay. This is just too funny. This would go on all night. Antonio Baker here says J-Bone knows BBD, but not G Unit. Yeah, there we go. I love me some Belle Biv DeVoe, man. I was just cranking that the other day.
Oh, and
Love
Bonus
it.
Baby
Love Belle.
yelling some Brass Monkey, which
Brass
TNA
Monkey.
connection is the independence on the indies. If you see this wrestler, and I know someone compiled a list, I believe he had the most appearance on the independent wrestling circuit in 2023, most matches. Our very own Speedball might be.
I thought we were friends.
Oh, love Speedball.
And he comes out to Brass Monkey. That funky.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, it's a theme song.
Speedball does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
If you see
amazing.
Speedball outside of TNA, that's the song he comes out to, Brass Monkey.
Oh, I would lose my mind. That is tremendous. I see we got some nice numbers in the chat here viewing. Just want to remind everyone, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. I want to also welcome all the new people viewing this week and last week. We had some amazing numbers.
It's hard to kill
replays. The replays on last week's show went over 1K, and that's just thank you so
Love
much.
to
That's
see it.
just amazing. We had a
The
ton
buzz
of
is
new.
back, J-Bone. It's back.
It is, yeah. The TNA buzz is really something, and it kind of rolled over to our.
Yeah, because we just
our
ride the
podcast.
wave together. We're in this together. Although that
Right.
does begs the question, J-Bone. I don't know if John is still here, but John Palmer was here before we started, making some comments in the chat. And hello, everybody. Too bad TNA didn't reach out to TNI for a press conference question as we get into the show, because there was a press conference. And with all these people in here, hey, let TNA know. Where was the TNI crew?
Right.
We're available.
J-Bone here for total nonstop impact. My question is,
What would be your question, J-Bone?
oh man, put me on the spot, Bill. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's probably
Moose.
just something to the
Ouch.
effect of how does it feel to represent? I mean, for both of them, how does it feel to represent a classic brand coming back from the dead? And I mean, it's still your same company, but it's gotta feel somewhat different. Like you're putting on a new some new clothes, you know. Some
Yeah,
new
these guys
fancy
both have the
clothes or
connection to TNA, obviously. Alex during the early days, and then Moose during kind of the end of TNA for the most part. But then Moose did the whole
7
angle
years
with the TNA title. So, like, he even had, like, the last time we saw TNA before the official comeback was all thanks to Moose. He was
Yeah.
bringing it back. That EC3.
There you go.
Could that be a surprise, J-Bone? We'll get into that later. Could we see the return? The NWA champion make an appearance?
Well, he's been facing off here and there with Matt Cardona, and I don't know how much Matt Cardona is actually going to be with the company. I know
I know they have a show the same night. They're in Florida, but for the tapings and Fallout, wouldn't be a bad thing.
Maybe. We'll see. There might be a lot of people that want to jump on the old nostalgia trip. Who knows?
I'm always game.
Right? Well, where do you want to take this next, Bill? Should we go? We've been kind of all over the place this first hour. You want to start going down the card and talking about it?
Yeah, we had a little news. Yeah, let's talk the card. Let's talk the card.
Talk the card? Okay.
Because people are starting to ask what's something else event.
Pops.
Yeah.
And because the card's pretty much set from what I could tell.
Seems like it.
Yeah. I mean, they went out of their way to really get this card going and to even put out a fun countdown card as well.
Oh yeah, the hour-long countdown.
Yeah, and they'll be talking about all the matches, but they've got it's not just that. They've got some live matches here. We're gonna have Steve Macklin versus Rich Swann. Now, some of these they may not have a lot of meat on the bone as far as, may not be a lot of beef between these guys, but I still think some of these matches are just going to be fun, just fun matches. And it may be something that we haven't seen before. So there you go. Could be a first time.
Oh, yeah.
Because I tell you what, I don't remember Macklin versus Rich Swann before. Or maybe I'm just old. I don't know.
No, it was announced, but yeah, you may have missed it with all the stuff going
on. So yeah, I think so we're getting 3 matches here, but I got a feeling we're going to get a 4th.
Oh.
This last one is going to be, because we still don't have a match for the Knockouts tag titles.
No, and those belts are going to be announced on Saturday, so we'll probably get that last second match announced. You're right, but will it be for the pre-show, the countdown show, or the main show?
Right. So it's somewhere over the course of that 24 hours. Before, during, or after the show? No, probably not after.
At some point.
Right, yeah, at some point. We'll see some new titles, and we'll probably get a surprise match challenge. But next year we've got TNA. They're actually called TNA Originals, which they are. Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian against Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers, and valeting them to the ring is Lish Edwards. So and that should be a fun one. Yeah, it's fun to see the Originals team up. It's classic. It's also this new stable, if you will, of Myers, Edwards, and Moose. Of course, Moose is busy in the main event, but Edwards tagging with Myers. I like that too.
It's kind of like the reformation of the ZNA group from the old TNA era, like all the young guys of TNA at the time. So no, I like it. I like the connection there. But I do want to thank Eli here with a super sticker.
Oh yes.
And that's more news. Hard to Kill and Snake Eyes almost sold out because last week we talked about they had added more seats, and they sold some of them, and they added, I believe, even more seats, some upper level seats now, because they added more like hard cam seats, and now they added more some upper level seats. So, like it looks like both shows, like obviously Hard to Kill is well over 1,000 right now, and I think Snake Eyes just passed 1,000 tickets. So they're going to do well over 2,000 seats sold over the course of that weekend, which is one of their better weekends since the pandemic, really.
I was just in the middle of checking out some of the other tabs I have open here. Run that number by me.
Tabs. The for both Hard to Kill is well over 1,000 right now. Like that's trending. I don't know the latest number, but that's trending like 1,300. It seems like. Then Snake Eyes is over 1,000 as well now, I believe. So that could finish close to 1,100. So hey, you got a lot of big names on that TV taping, and maybe you get some of those New Japan folks.
Oh yeah,
from California heading over for that day. So that could, and especially if there's a lot of buzz on Saturday from Hard to Kill, I think you're going to see a bunch of walk-ups for that show as well. Both shows, really, because Vegas is a walk-up crowd. So that they're like, everyone always gets nervous, like when tickets go on sale and they expect like an instant sellout. But you see the premium seats go very quick. But the rest of the seats, they're going to take some time. And Vegas is a unique market. There's a lot of cities that are like that. You have these rabid wrestling cities where tickets can go real fast, but you have other ones where it's more slowly. And as you get into that 72, 48, 24 hours day of, like, and TNA and Impact's always been known for big walk-up crowds.
Right. I'd say given the city, yeah. I'm sure there's some cities that are better than others, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. All right. Last but certainly not least on this countdown to Hard to Kill, Tommy Dreamer defending his digital media championship, his new TNA digital media championship versus Crazy Steve. Now, this is a part of the show. If our own knockout Alisha was here, I'd say now this is a part of the multiverse in what we do. This is the part where you can kind of correct the wrong from before, because in her mind she told us like she thought
like Steve won the belt.
Right. She thought Steve already won the belt. Well, guess what? Here's another chance.
I did that with Moose years ago. Moose is a champion already?
Right. Are you talking about when he came out with the TNA belt?
No, this goes back to when he had the feud with Aries when he was a face.
Okay.
Years ago. And I'm like, he's got to win. How does he not win? He didn't win. What happened?
Oh, we all felt that.
But then he turned heel and he became the Moose we know today, which is very entertaining. It was the best thing for him. And who can
because I like scumbags.
Yes, we love scumbags too. So yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Tommy Dreamer and Crazy Steve. And while we're discussing some of these matches, make sure you put your predictions in the chat.
Yes,
chat
let us know
amongst each other.
And if you're not here live and you're watching the replay, which a lot of people did last week, so you may very well be doing this during the off day tomorrow. Put your comments in there as we count down to Hard to Kill. Because it's still coming up. Let us know what you're thinking, who you think got these matches. Because we're always monitoring it, J-Bone. Maybe we'll hit you back in the comments.
lot of people predicting Dolph Ziggler might be one of the big names to show up. There is some anti-Dolph in the chat too. So. I think there's a pretty good chance, and I've even heard some people saying that Dolph, or Nick Nemeth, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, Ali, Mustafa Ali, and what's another name that's floating around?
Elias.
No, not Elias. But like three guys should like all like
Sheldon
show
Benjamin.
up together. No, it's like someone else. Someone else has been. Right? Yeah, right. The new NWO. Where are they? No.
Forget the NWO. New Main Event Mafia.
Oh, there you go. 2.0. Yeah, it's a lot of possibilities. A lot of people are starting to get their names out there, get their face out there first time in several months, letting people know, hey, I'm still here. Time to go to work.
You could see, like, and who knows, like, it could be one night only. It could be a weekend. It could be a couple months. Could be longer. Like, I think, because I know there's a lot of rumblings starting to come out there that there's going to be multiple signings now. So who knows? There's still the rumor of the big signing, one of the biggest signings. Then there's rumors it's not a knockout. But these could all be red herrings. When you get this close, it seems like the information gets worse. At least if you listen to Dirty Sheets. We only give you the facts.
Thank you, Travis. Yeah, just thinking about 420 bro, Matt Riddle. Right, because they all showed up on social media within 24 hours of each other, all in a shirt and tie, looking similar.
Dapper. They were dapper.
So, which I'm not buying the shirt and tie Matt Riddle for a second. Sorry, bro.
As he kicks his sandals off at you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, with the giant psychedelic rhinoceroses floating around. No, sorry. No, but I mean, look, to be honest, I like Matt Riddle. I think it's unfortunate the road he's taken. I hope he can find a company that will take him and he can stay clean on a regular basis. Like I don't care if, wrestlers are smoking a little stuff, here and there. Some of our favorites do that. And I have absolutely no problem with that. I would do it myself if I could. But I got COPD, so there's no way I could do that. But I'm all for wrestlers doing that instead of something else that's going to harm your system and or others if you're doing something while wrestling.
There you go.
Oh, Gary Rossetti says the new fortune. There you go. There's a concept.
Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of different options out there. A lot of free agency. I can see a lot of these names showing up. Not everybody.
Yeah, I know Aaron Jack is mentioning Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg showed up. He'd be okay with it because TNA always treats legends well. Like, when you talk about big names, once again, it would be a brief run. He's a big name. He's one of the bigger, like I've said it before. I only think when you talk needle mover, game changer names, it's very few. Like, there's some good names, solid
there are
names,
not many
names you can build on, but you talk about get the wrestling world's attention, that's a name.
Well, I have not even thought about Goldberg, except for I got a couple, bigs over here. Goldberg, he's still in amazing shape. Amazing shape. He's in his 50s. The guy still has an 8-pack, for crying out loud.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this:
the guy,
if you want to really go down a rabbit hole with this, Goldberg can make a ton of sense in a feud because let's say Moose, former NFL player, wins the world title. Top Dollar showing up, former NFL player, and they're making this thing that they're like the only guys in wrestling now.
See, I don't know anything about Top Dollar other than he didn't have a great reputation. And
AJ Francis was on the Buccaneers. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you have former players and then Bill Goldberg, former player. So, and a legend, obviously, in the wrestling business. So,
of course,
there could be a connection there. There could be a connection there for a feud and a match.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
if you want a big money match, something like Moose versus Goldberg at like Slammiversary, it's got a nice ring though.
Yeah. Well, I know, and we've seen Moose versus Rhino before. I don't think we've ever seen Goldberg versus Rhino. Couple legends, Spear versus Gore.
There you go,
man. Hell yeah. I'd love to see that. Give me 10 minutes. I don't care. I'd love to see it.
See, everybody.
I don't need the. When I'm the kind of fan. Okay, you put Ospreay and Josh Alexander. They're gonna put on. We'll just say they're gonna do about a half an hour. Okay. Now you throw a couple legends in the ring like Rhino and Goldberg. Give me 10 minutes. I don't need to see a half an hour.
No.
Okay. No, give me 10
minutes. That's one thing we learned.
Throw each other
you go
around.
Short Goldberg match, like 10 minutes and under, you're good. You try to extend that, probably not good.
Yeah. Batista, I'd love to see Batista, but I gotta believe that when he said, he said he was retired, that he's gonna stick to that. I gotta believe he is, but you never know. You never know. So, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of options out there. Goldberg, damn, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, he is a free agent. He is.
Yeah, he's a confirmed free agent. And he's one that's not happy going where he was from. So,
yeah, right. So that could be part of this. You look at the main card here. It says worlds will collide this Saturday. Who will, or you won't? Okay, so it says you won't believe who is showing up.
You won't believe it, J-Bone.
I don't believe it.
Take your beliefs, throw them out the window.
Throw them out.
Because you won't believe
Flush it down the toilet. You're not gonna want your beliefs anymore.
Did you just say it, J-Bone? Did you say the magic word?
Flush those beliefs down the toilet. Yeah, who told you? The TNI crew did. All right. So, well, dear God. Oh God. All right. So DJ Who Kid and AJ Francis, they're going to preview brand new music video. Could this be the theme for Hard to Kill? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, it makes a ton of sense. Now, bear with me, J-Bone.
Okay.
Because this is a video, a music video. Perfect. If you open the main show with the Ultimate X, which they will do, you got to take it down. That's a great time to play a music video. because usually they'll have a video package, but you might need to pad it a little bit.
Yeah.
And speaking of new songs, Jabin, we'll get to it when we talk about the match. Hammerstone is also debuting a new theme song, I believe, at Hard to Kill.
Oh, if you follow him on his YouTube channel, you can already get it previewed.
There you go.
Yeah. So if you want to check it out, go check it out over there. And then, of course, like we were just talking about, the worlds will collide. You won't believe who's showing up. Next here, PCO versus Dirty Dango.
Recently re-signed Dirty Dango.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah,
Put
recently
the pen to
re-signed.
Because he hates professional wrestling.
Oh, so I'm so glad he signed if he still hates professional wrestling.
I just need more videos of him and Bravo.
Yeah, Bravo. Yeah, so it looks like he's coming with Oleg Proteus and Alpha Bravo.
Alpha Bravo.
I want to see PCO versus Oleg Proteus and TNA. Shut up and take my money. Knockouts Ultimate X match. This is going to be a lot of fun. There are definitely some new faces in this match compared to the last one that they had a couple years ago. Lot of new names, couple old ones, a lot of new. The older names would be Lish Edwards and Tasha Steelz. That's right. The other four, Giselle Shaw, Jody Threat, debuting Zia Brookside, and Danny Luna of Subculture. So you got all sorts of girls here from different styles. Great to see.
Oh yeah.
Any thoughts on this one,
the
Bill?
right mix? No, I like it. I know when kind of rumors of the match was coming back and who'd be in it. Like obviously from the current roster, it made sense. Tasha, she won it last time, so she has to be in there. Lish was in there before, have her in there. There was a chance, like early on, I thought maybe this could be the return of Rosemary. They're probably going to build that up a little more, and you can't just put Courtney Rush in there because that's different. Like Courtney Rush is not Rosemary. So Rosemary was in this match before. So good spot for Jody Threat to kind of take that spot. Obviously, Jordynne Grace has other obligations at Hard to Kill, so she cannot be in this match. But Danny Luna, I think, takes that spot of like the base powerhouse. And then obviously with like Lady Frost, Chelsea Green previously, I think you get a couple like Giselle fits that Chelsea Green role very well. And then you have Zia Brookside, who I know Gail Kim's kind of like putting out there, but we know she will be at the tapings because they also announced a bunch of pre-sale meet and greets over the weekend, and we can kind of tell who's there both days. So I think they're going to give her an extended look, and who knows, that could be another addition to the division.
Oh yeah, and I know there's still people talking about Deonna Purrazzo leaving. The possibility, we brought this up at the top of the show, the possibility of Trinity going back to the WWE. You never know. But there's so many free agents out there. I'm sure that there's no shortage of new ladies that would.
The Knockouts and Gail Kim, they never are at really wanting and needing. They always find a way to persevere that division. They'll just when you think like you're like, wow, it's like so strong, they lose a person here, lose a person there. other people fill those roles very well. So, and you look at it, these other people, like they may have accomplished or have very good accomplishments elsewhere, but then they get even more elevated in that division.
Yeah. Yeah. Requests for Sue Young, Demon Bunny in the chat. Yeah. You never know. And look, we're not going to get all the surprises in the world at Hard to Kill. I'm sure we're going to get some at the tapings too. You know, as much as they'd probably love to throw everything out there at the wall and see what sticks. you gotta. They have a lot of really sweet names for you to go check out that are not going to be at Hard to Kill. That's a great thing about these tapings. You're going to have.
Yeah. You're going to get that. You're getting that the following night. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Will Ospreay, Okada, and because of the New Japan influence, would it shock me if you get a couple more names? No.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. All right. Next, we got the TNA World Tag Team Championship. This is going to be nuts. ABC, the Bullet Club, Ace and Bay, defending their titles against the Rascalz, Wentz and Trey. And some new faces to the scene. You got the Grizzled Young Vets, which I'm very excited to see. And then Mike Bailey, Speedball, is tagging with Trent 7, another new
Speedball face. Mountain.
Speed Mustache Speedball. Wait, no.
What? You've gone too far, Jay.
The Speedy Mountain. No. I'll stop there. But they have a win under their belts that was at was that Final Resolution?
Final Resolution. Where all those nice new title videos and pictures were taken.
Yes. But I really do enjoy that new video that has been on the TNA social medias of the Grizzled Young Vets just walking down the street.
Yeah.
And
kudos to them for doing the videos, good videos like that.
Yeah. And someone just, kind of bumps past them like, oh, excuse me. And the one guy keeps talking, and the one guy goes back and just pounds the crap out of him, and then runs and catches up with the camera again and gets on the camera. Oh my God. It's just choice. It's hilarious. These guys seem like they're real no nonsense. So
they're grizzled, Jay.
Definitely grizzled young vets. Very excited to see what they can do. Some what is that called? British strong style, if you will.
Ooh.
I think they're definitely going to be bringing a dose of that, along with Trent 7. He certainly is familiar with the heavy stylings of the British strong style. What?
Man, with all these names, J-Bone, it sounds like that they could make another UK tour this year.
Oh, I think they are. Yeah, a lot of UK names popping up here. Not a bad thing.
Not a bad.
Got to get that international flair in the company. That's
TNA always had that.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. Oh, this is interesting. Dessa here, welcome to the show, says, is Joe Hendry injured or something? Haven't seen him in a while. Not since Turning Point or the tapings afterward. You heard any news on him?
I haven't heard anything on Joe. I I feel like I saw him not long ago. Like they're still releasing his food fight episodes, and I think I saw him wrestling on a show, but like in the UK. Like so, he's not obviously not been in the States the last few months. Now it is a very good question because he had that digital media title run. Like I think honestly, the tag team with Yuya, that kind of I think them bringing him back to Japan definitely was a little like the timing of it caught them off guard. So I think the plan for Joe was probably to be in that tag team through the end of the year. And who knows, maybe even in the Hard to Kill. So I think he almost was a victim of circumstances with his storyline. So I'm thinking you'll see Joe, but I have to look. I don't know if he was kind of announced for anything particular. So we make because it's so loaded this weekend. I guess it is possible we don't even see him this weekend. And maybe he comes back via videos or something like that, because that's obviously his strong point.
Sure.
But I'm sure by the time they're at Florida the following, a couple days later almost, I think he'll probably be there by then. But it's just so far he's not announced for the card. And those TV tapings seem loaded, but he could show up there. But I'm sure it's gonna feel like he's there in videos or something, and then probably see him in matches by Florida at the latest, I would think.
Could you? Not that I want to see this combination, but I could see this happening. Is when AJ Francis and DJ Who-Kid.
Oh, there you go. Have
while
a Joe
they're
video
doing their
pop up.
thing, and all of a sudden Joe Hendry comes out, and they're like, "What?"
And that's where you could see Joe show up on the pay-per-view, is come up and just like take somebody out real quick. Just have him get over somebody. And like they're like, say AJ Francis is cutting a heel promo after it or something. Joe Hendry comes out, shuts him up, body slams him, and we believe chance.
Yeah, I could picture that. I'm not throwing all my eggs in a basket on that one, but that just popped in my head. So it's like,
why not?
Why not? Why not? We were talking about the tag titles. Folks in the chat, let us know, who do you think is going to win this one? Is ABC going to retain? We're going to have the Rascalz, Grizzled Young Vets, or Mike Bailey and Trent Seven take these new shiny TNA World Tag titles
with the red straps.
With the red straps, even. My goodness. They're gorgeous. I can't wait to see the knockout tag titles.
You have to wait till Saturday for that one.
Yeah, so that's going to be probably an impromptu match, or they're going to reveal that right before the pay-per-view. Something like that. We'll see.
Well, I guess they'll stick to the same where they announce it at 1 p.m. Eastern, like they've done all the other ones. So I assume that's when you'll find out.
We'll see, like that's the only one I feel like didn't have a time on the.
They could debut it at the show. That is possible. Maybe during the pre-show, the countdown show. But here's the question on everyone's mind, J-Bone. Aaron Jack asks, will Mike Tenay be there, I wonder? The newly minted Hall of Famer. He lives out there. I feel like he's got to be out there at some point. Because it feels like after Chicago, like now's the time. Like keep that relationship with a legend, especially when you're in Vegas. Because he's
so
there.
much love. So much love for Tenay.
And he seemed
really
to enjoy
that
it.
when I was
and that's the thing,
Chicago.
like it felt like he wanted out for a while. Like he didn't want to be associated with the business really. But him being in Chicago, it felt like he embraced it. He felt warm to it again. So to have him not be there, I think would be an oversight. So hopefully he is in some capacity.
I believe that too.
Heck, if I hear he was backstage and like a picture of him shaking hands with somebody's there, I'll take that. Just knowing that he was there, that's all I need. He does something in front of the crowd or gets on the mic. That'd be the best. But we'll see. Because do you remember the pop, just the throw from TNA to Hannafin and Raywald? Like you could tell those guys just getting the throw over from him to actually sit at the table with him and call a match. Oh, what a thrill it would be for them.
Oh,
guys.
just to give his 2 cents on one match would be amazing. He doesn't have to be there the whole show. He can be there for the main event.
No, be there for the main event. Be there for whatever match he wants. Maybe he wants to do the Ultimate X. Whatever.
Yeah, or this next one that we're going to talk about here, the X Division Championship.
Classic. The 10-time champ.
Oh, man. Chris Sabin with this brand new title. It's absolutely gorgeous. He's facing KUSHIDA, a returning KUSHIDA, and a returning I'm going to screw this up. My Spanish is horrible. El Hijo del Vikingo. I always call him. I always just call him Vikingo.
Very good, J-Bone. You did good. And we know what this match is going to be. Everyone's going to say it.
I love this match!
Yeah.
As long as it's title. Then he might not say that he loves the match if he does not keep the title.
That is not an appropriate question!
Oh, jeez. All right. Settle down, Sabin. Settle down. Yeah, this one is just... You're going to be on the edge of your seat for this one. It has a potential to be the dark horse match of the night, depending on what your flavor is.
Oh, yeah, with those 3 guys... Very good chance. Very good chance.
Yeah. It's almost impossible for me to predict one, but I'm very excited to see these 3 clash.
Should be a great match.
Yeah. First time ever showdown. I'm very excited for this one. This one I feel like has been a long time coming. Josh Alexander against a debuting Alex Hammerstone.
Yeah, how about that?
Now, I have not heard, and I'll throw this to you in a second. I have not heard any news pertaining to contract signings. I know he's testing the free agency waters. You know, what's in the soon to near future for Alexander Hammerstone? Is he going to sign with TNA? Is he going to be their new monster? Is he going to just dip his toe in, move on to bigger and better things? What do you think?
I think there's a good shot of Hammerstone signing on the TNA. I think it's a possibility after the match. I think it feels like that could almost be a Scott comes out and brings a contract and sign it on his back type thing. Or it could be a slower thing, like where you see him at the premium live event, you see him on TV from the Snake Eyes tapings. And then by the time they get to Florida or New Orleans, he's officially signed. But I feel like he fits a TNA mold. Like they could, I think he would fit well in
totally.
TNA. Like obviously he's been an MLW guy, but he did do when he was coming up the ranks, he did do Impact. Like he did Explosion. Like they were looking at him. They had interest. And he really refined his craft over the last couple of years. Like he's had some good matches, like with Jacob Fatu. So he has the look. So he definitely could fit in. And you look at kind of the roster. Is there a guy just like him on the roster right now? I'd say no. So he definitely offers something different. And that's a guy that can definitely, he can be in your main event. He can be in your upper card. So I think that would be a guy, if they can agree on things, he'd make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's being unrealistic.
No, it totally is. I gotta admit, I used to watch a lot more of MLW, so I was more familiar with his in-ring moves and whatnot, what he'd bring to the squared circle. But I watched a few highlight reels recently and what he brought. In fact, I watched that last match of him and Jacob Fatu from one of the recent
that was their last one, the one they did and not long ago, the one they did earlier this month, well, in December.
Were you at that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So you saw that match. What did you think about that match of Hammerstone and Fatu?
No, I thought it was good. It was like, because that was their third one. I don't think it was their best out of the three, but I think it was still a good match. It was still a very good match. But they had some, like, their first two were like MLW classics. So, but no, I thought it was still, like, obviously the difference was this was him and his goodbye show pretty much. So
yeah,
like that was him saying goodbye. So the first two though, he had the big wins. So for Hammerstone, like those were his better matches. But no, it's still like you can definitely look at any of those and get a good read on what he can do in the ring. And I think Josh is a great opponent to put him up against, because Josh is one of the best, if not the best, in-ring workers in the company that can go a lot of different styles. So it's going to really
super athletic
TNA fan what Hammerstone can do if you're not familiar with him, because a lot of people probably aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing I was thinking about earlier today. I noticed that Jake something is not on the card. A little surprised. Not that you have to get everybody on the card, but for
the only way you do that is like with those gauntlets and stuff like that, battle royales.
Yeah,
but it's tough. Like, and you don't want to force it. I'm sure you'll have some of these people appear in TV the following day, and sometimes, honestly, like, remember, hey, premium live event, it's a big deal. And it's a big showcase for a lot of people. But guess what? Some of those people on that show, they might not be on TV the next couple weeks after that show. But some of these other people will be. But that's the key. Impact now TNA on the Impact TV show. Always find a way to get almost everybody on the roster on TV with only a 2-hour weekly television show. So I'm sure they'll do the same.
Yeah. So, but definitely going to be a fun exhibition match. Can't wait. We'll have to wait and see if he puts pen to paper. Trinity defending her new TNA Knockouts World Championship against Jordynne Grace. Oh,
first time ever. This should be a great match. Like I said, I know a lot of people, I'm sure, let us know in the chat, comments. But I know most people are going to probably pick Jordynne Grace to win. It makes a lot of sense. She recently re-signed long term. She's kind of like the face of the Knockouts with Deanna no longer here, because they went to war all those times. But Trinity is she's kind of been the face since she's arrived here, and she's been like I said, one of the best ambassadors of the company. So, but I know there's rumors, but until otherwise, I'm not one to doubt Trinity. It's not going to be shocking if Jordynne wins. She definitely can do it. But like I said, I have a feeling just because everyone thinks Trinity's dropping the title, she's not going to drop the title.
Right. Yeah. Once you start,
Because it seems like everybody's just writing it up. New champ.
Yeah. And that's where, all of a sudden, like, oh, and still champ, I was like, oh, what's happening here? Well, guess you find out soon enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
I'm with the swerve. Aaron Jack. She retains. Swerve.
Yeah. Could be. Could very well be. But yeah, and watching Jordynne Grace's evolution, what she's done in the company for what's it been now? A handful of years she's been with the company.
Oh yeah, yeah. And no, and Jordynne, obviously she'll be champion once again in the near future. Like I don't doubt that.
Oh sure.
It's so impressive what she's been able to do the last couple of years. Like it's crazy. Crazy good.
Oh,
she went from pretty darn good to one of the best.
Right. And how she changed her physique over the pandemic for the better. Like there are people that changed their physique and evolved for the better. And then there are others who, maybe didn't do that great during the pandemic. Everyone. Oh, and please trust me, no judging. Okay. I had many struggles myself. I have friends who struggled. The pandemic affected everyone differently and how they performed and how much they were able to perform and all of the above. So it's just great to see that Jordynne Grace took that time and invested in her future in a way that I don't think has been seen in many years. I can't even think of another woman who's done this. It's just phenomenal. So
commitment. The commitment is real.
It is, and it's inspiring too, even for people like me who have to lose a couple pounds. You get your inspiration anywhere you can get it nowadays. So, but yeah, definitely going to be a
great match.
Yeah, it's going to be tremendous. Last but certainly not least, Bill, the main event. At least I think this is going to be the main event.
Yeah, I think so.
I haven't heard either way, but for now, and I always say don't assume, but for now, I'm going to assume.
Assume.
This, just this one time, Bill. Just this one time.
We will let it go.
I'm going to assume. Yeah, we'll let it go. The TNA World Championship defended by Alex Shelley versus Moose.
Bring it home, Moose. Bring it home.
I think a lot of people think he's going to.
J-Bone, I'm going to say it. And it's like there becomes terms in wrestling where they get so overused that I just can't stand them anymore. And you'll be very familiar with the term right now, finish his story. Oh, it's getting tough to stomach that one. But forget that guy finishing his story. Moose needs to finish his TNA story.
Cody.
I think it's a great angle. It's just a term. It's like Forbidden Door got abused, that term.
Yeah.
Because it was used every day.
Yeah.
So the finish, like it feels like somebody's talking about finishing his story every day. And now it's like, get it away from me.
Just finish the damn story so someone else
can. Yeah, just do it. But I say don't finish the story. Like I'm like, screw you, Cody. Give me Roman versus Rock all day long, but okay.
Oh boy.
Take a back seat, pal. We got a main eventer.
I would love to see The Rock. It just it's scary. Like, he's in amazing shape. Don't get me wrong, but the
He's the
last
Rock.
time he had a match, he damn near killed himself and broke his spleen. That's why I'm like, nah, just stick to acting with your best friend Vin Diesel. Just and your
Family,
occasional
J-Bone.
trip to the ring to knock down guys like Jinder Mahal.
Oh, don't hinder Jinder, J-Bone. Settle down.
Don't hinder Jin. Oh, he become famous this week. My goodness.
Darn right. Well
Between
deserved.
between the Rock and other social media things where I'm not even going to discuss that because I think it's just goofy. I'm not much of a social media guy nowadays, so I just look at that like, really? what are you doing? Come on. Just, this is wrestling for crying out loud. Let's get our shit together here. Come on. My God.
You're looking for the wrong place.
But yeah,
J-Bone.
you're right. But yeah, so the main event. You could post your arguments in the chat. Not that I want you to argue. Just your causes for who you think is going to win, who are you voting for. Do you think someone's going to win and then we're going to get a surprise? Yep. There we go. like Moose wins and then Goldberg shows up. Let's get crazy. It's like, who knows? Hey, love him or hate him, something big's gonna happen. But then
I want Moose to win the title, J-Bone, right? Arena goes dark. Moose wins. Arena goes dark.
Sabu.
Then we get no. And but we get then all of a sudden the big like the screen lights up and it's Goldberg doing like the 2-minute entrance from the bowels of Palms Casino with the security.
Yeah, he comes out with his own security.
Palmer.
Oh gosh. And then he gets lost. And then he can't find his way to the ring. Somebody go get Goldberg, all right?
Well, I had to switch gears because I was all brocked up, but I think that would be my number one choice if they could pull that off. Because I think that would give them the biggest buzz. But I think Goldberg's probably next on that list.
I've not heard Brock mentioned.
Because I take it until he shows up somewhere, Brock can do whatever he wants. But the most money and the biggest stage is always going to be there for him to work whenever he wants. Like, that's the one guy, him and Rock, they'll do anything for.
Yeah.
However you want to work, we'll take it.
Kerry Rossetti puts Gilbert. Come on.
Well, that would almost be like with Jinder this past week. Like if they like early on in Hard to Kill said, and here he is, Gilbert.
Oh,
and then do Goldberg later.
How about Johnny Swinger versus Gilbert? Main
that's
event,
another one.
Baby.
I need Johnny Swinger. We haven't had Johnny Swinger in forever right now. Bring back the casino for one night only. You're in Vegas.
I think that's one that sadly might quietly go off into the sunset, Bill.
Oh, J-Bone, don't even say those words.
And it's not that I don't like Swinger.
You at least got to do a handoff with Dango if that's the case, but Swinger ain't going nowhere, man.
You guys swing?
Institution.
He is still on the roster page. Like Taurus is gone.
About it. Taurus is gone.
But there's a
Laredo's
couple
still
others here I'm wondering about. But we'll save that for another time. But yeah, that's the card. I mean, it's a damn good card. It looks like it's a lot of fun.
It's hard to kill, J-Bone. It's here. Oh, and for all of you, check your emails because there was an offer for either if you wanted that whole World Championship tier of TNA Plus that includes Hard to Kill, along with the other premium live events. There's a discount for that. I believe. Do you remember what the discount is for? Like, if you had Impact Plus at some point, you got that offer. And then, but even if you don't want to sign up for that full year, you get half price. There's also an option for half price off of Hard to Kill. It's only $20 with that coupon.
Yeah, Hard Kill for half price and
maybe
like
30 or
20,
40 off. I forget. I thought it was 30 or 40, but
yeah, like 30% off the year subscription, like the top tier one. So
the one with
that's
the premium live events.
Right. Yeah. The top one, the most expensive one. So that's some tempting offers there. I'm gonna have to think that over the next 24 hours and pick one. I'm excited for the new TNA Plus. I know the Impact Plus had its problems. It really did.
It seems like Endeavor, if anything, the move to Endeavor should help that.
Yeah. Justin Miller in the chat here.
Oh, he lives
Swinger has a Legends contract. As he should, Daddy. As he should.
So
Gary
$30
Rossetti
off if you got that.
Says, Gary Rossetti here says Moose wins and
Man.
Curry Man comes out. Oh boy.
Well, that'd be hot and spicy.
Oh, so spicy. That would certainly fit Vegas, wouldn't it?
Now, J-Bone, here's the question we'll end with. From Aaron Jack. What's the plan after Hard to Kill? You guys doing a live review after the show finishes? J-Bone, what's happening?
I'd like to. I mean, I know you're going to be there.
I'll jump. I'm sure I'll be able to jump on. It might not be right after. It might be a little bit into it, but because obviously there'll be some after show activities, I'm sure. But I'm not that far from the hotel, so probably 30 minutes or so, 30, maybe 45 minutes after the show ends, I'll be able to jump on.
Okay.
So yeah, we can definitely do that as long as the Bone Man's up for it. Because honestly, it's going to be early in Vegas still. When the show ends, it will still be just the early evening still. So not a problem.
Yeah, it'll be about 10 o'clock here.
Yeah.
I don't think, as much as I'd love to, I don't think I'm going to do a live reaction. I think that's too much. There's just too much here going on in the house over the course of the evening. Yeah, I don't want to put that kind of pressure on myself.
Smart, J-Bone.
So yeah, we'll keep it simple. We'll stick to the review. But yeah, very excited. And if, like I said, if you made it this far through this preview of TNA Hard to Kill, put it in the chat. Who are your picks for winning? Give us your thoughts on any surprises you think are going to show up. Free agency is running wild, as they say. Oh, that's another name I saw that was brought up, but I don't think he's going to show up. I think he's got a Legends contract, brother.
But it would be you won't believe it.
You're right. Who knows? Good old TNA. I'll end it with this. I'm hoping Steelz shows up.
That'd be nice.
That'd be cool.
That would be the one. Like that's for like a non-contracted appearance. Him, Sting, like there's a few Kurt Angle.
Right.
That would be like okay, that hits the criteria. But yeah, definitely. I don't think anybody would be more like other than thrilled to see AJ.
Why this splat? God, so bad. So, any final thoughts as we wrap this up?
No, it's the TNA's back, J-Bone. It's finally going to be official.
Yes.
We've been teasing it. We've been talking about it. It feels like it's been forever, but it's happening. TNA, J-Bone.
It is.
TNA
It is.
on TNI 2024 is happening.
It feels good. It really does. I'm psyched about it. Just want to thank everyone again for being here live in the chat and chatting it up with us and giving your thoughts as we've been going through the card and the news and such. And just a thank you again to all the new faces that subbed as well. Really got some nice subs over the last week.
We're on the ride, the TNA ride. Stay on the ride. We'll be here.
The buzz is real. We're sticking with it. And we're not really, it's like so many people thought we were going to, change or whatever. It's like, nah, we're just, no. You may see some new artwork for logos and such, that reflect the new.
Yeah, our name was based off
like
of TNA. That. We just always adapted to Impact.
Exactly.
But this was TNA.
Exactly. Yeah. And Impact is still here. The show is still here. Don't forget.
The show's not changed. It's just back to how it was. TNA is the company. Impact's the show.
Right. Exactly. The branding has just changed. So
because it's hard to kill, J-Bone.
It is. It's hard to kill, and it's back. It's back, and we're pretty stoked. So hang on, folks. It's going to be a wild weekend, and we'll be a part of it. Bill, you have your safe trip out there. My nephew Paul, who is in the chat, safe travels to you and all our friends and TNI fam out there. Be safe this weekend. And if you want to, if you catch anyone on the strip from the show, make sure you, take a picture with them and tag us in it and let us know who you run into. We'd love to see it. So, and you too, Bill, let us know if you run into anyone on the strip.
Oh, yeah.
So, while you're between buffets or whatever. So, and on your way out, folks, don't forget, you know what to do. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when our content hits your screen. Take care, folks. We'll see you soon.